Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Alana Pratt, and today we have Aurora Winter with us. She's the author of From Heartbreak to Happiness and the founder of the Grief Coach Academy. Welcome.
Great to be here, Alana.
Thanks for being here. Now, I understand that 50 million people in the U.S. are suffering from heartbreak or loss, and do we all need a therapist?
Actually, no. Although therapists are great, in my experience, therapy is not the only way to go.
Okay.
Therapists are great if there's any biochemical imbalance or if people have had a lifetime chronic history of mental problems. But let's face it, grief is a normal and natural reaction to loss. It's not mental illness.
Right.
It's just normal, but people don't know what to do. And it's not their fault. They just haven't been given the right coaching or the right guidance.
Okay.
So if you work with a grief coach or a grief counselor, you can easily work through it. In fact, after my husband died suddenly, he was only 33 when he died, I tried everything that I could to help. And I did see therapists, but my experience with therapy is that sometimes they focus a little bit too much on what's wrong instead of what's right and how can we move forward.
Oh.
So if any of the viewers are interested in grief coaching or becoming a grief coach, then that's a great way to go, and there's many people who need that service. Just a quick tip, there's 3 things anybody can do to help somebody else who's heartbroken, whether they're dealing with a breakup or death or a divorce. The number 1 step is to acknowledge the situation.
Okay.
Number 2 step is to listen without fixing.
Which can be hard.
Yes. Yeah. And then the 3rd step is to give hope. And a key to giving hope is you can remind the person of how they've overcome adversity in the past.
Right.
And remind them that they have a support team and that you're on it. And if they don't have a support team, then they really do need a grief coach to help them get through this process much more quickly. Without help, it can take 5 to 8 years on average, according to Time magazine, to get through grief. But with the right coaching, you can be through it in just a couple months. Months.
Wow. So if somebody wants some of this grief coaching, or someone perhaps wants to be one of the coaches that you train, how can they get a hold of you?
Well, they can learn more about how to make a difference and make 6 figures, help themselves and help others by visiting griefcoachacademy.com. And they can get a free copy of my book there as well.
Great. Thank you. And thank you for all that you do.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.